Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. I never thought I'd say this when my truck is saying 46 degrees outside, but I am sweating because this truck got good heat, seat warmers. I got the suit jacket, my pea coat. You know, I'm channeling my inner Clark Kent here, but when you're only 5'8", you got no chances of being Superman. So I just live vicariously. Good morning, guys. It is 10:02, almost 10:03 in the morning, January 23rd on a Thursday, and it is stupid cold outside. Stupid cold. And I say that relatively because I have friends that are north of here, and they're like, Steve, shut up. And I'm like, listen, Florida received more snow in 24 hours than Chicago or New York did all of winter. So that is a big deal, guys. And I know that because our chief meteorologist, Candace Campos, the smartest person, one of the smartest people I know, was like, Steve, this is what's going on. That's why it's so cold. I was like, this is crazy. Our entire weather team's been pinpointing a lot of stuff, making sure life is educated, at least life is informed for you guys. So super tired. I'm kind of out of it. I did not know I was anchoring this morning till about an hour before the show. So hanging out with you guys and trying to catch up on live. So here we are in Seminole County this morning. We're in Oviedo, currently parked in the Oviedo Mall parking lot. Just because after this stream, and you're not going to want to miss this today, one of our great reporters, Jarrell Baker, is here today featuring Seminole County Sheriff's Office is doing an active shooter training out here. So you're going to get to see that later on over at clickorlando.com. But you know me, I have to be around this stuff. So I am going to come here after the stream just so I can see what's going on. A bunch of buddies out here are active shooter instructors, and I absolutely love training. It is a joint training session, so you've got a bunch of folks out there today from different police departments, jurisdictions, and stuff, all with the one mission to train together. And that's the truly only way that you get results, is training together. So let's talk about what we are going to talk about today, and that is turning properly in travel lanes, double multi-lane travel lanes. And this is going to be short, sweet, and simple because it is short, sweet, and simple. What's that one song? It sounded like that. Don't be in Brooklyn. I don't even know if I know the words or said it wrong. I totally trashed that, but that's what I sound like I was talking. My screen here is all, hold on. There we go, looking fresh, and I just lost that camera. There we go. Are we back? Are we back? And we're back. Slowly. Nope, I just lost my cameras. It's all good. So, multi-lane turns, how to properly turn, is what we're going to be talking about today. And being out here in Seminole County, right off of Red Bug Lake Road, just west of State Road 417. Very commercial, very residential, a lot of different opportunities for us to talk about things. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Anytime you're making a right-hand turn, understand, signal, and you're going into the direct right turn lane. Left lanes, you're not required to do that. Right lanes, you are required to do that. So whenever time you're making a right from a right turning lane, you would then fulfill that turn by staying to the furthest most right of the roadway. Okay? Anytime you are changing direction, anytime that you're changing direction, I'll say it one more time. Anytime you're changing direction, you are required to use your turning signal. So if I wanted to go from this far right lane to the center lane, I'd be required to use my turning signal. This is very clear in Florida law. Any direction change from a motor vehicle, you are required to signal and advise other drivers of what you're doing. So left lane, left center, I'm signaling about 100 feet before I get there, and then boom, I disengage it. This would be even required if I am sitting in a turn lane. Obviously, it's obvious that I am trying to turn, but it is still required to signal. I really wish I knew what was up. Technology's been really weird in this truck lately, but all good. So the main question that I get asked with Ask Trooper Steve so often is the multi-lane right turn lanes. And the viewer who sent this question, again, lives out in the Daytona area, but because of scheduling, I couldn't get out to Daytona today. But I did want to either talk, if we find a few, or show it to you, or just talk specifically about it with you guys. And this is what I'm talking about. You come up, you're getting ready to make a right, and then there are 2 or 3 right turn lanes. Okay? Meaning more than one lane is designated. Someone's smoking marijuana. I smell it. Yep, I smell it, y'all. We should find the car. That's a thing, by the way. As a cop, when we smell it, we can find the car. Just so you guys know. Whoa, it is potent. I need to get out from behind these cars. So it's multi-lane, multiple options in order to turn right. So I'm going to do my best to try to find one here. I do think there are a few coming up. I do know that there's one up here of a double left turn. All right. So we've talked about this before. You're not allowed to make a left on red, whether it's single or double, ever, unless the 0.1% that you're a one-way to a one-way. But then there's not a multi-lane change because it's too dangerous at that point. So just keep that in mind. I'm trying to intentionally put myself in a right turn lane somewhere. Here, look at this guy. This guy is in a straight lane, but he's going to make the right, I believe. Yep, no, he's not. So perfect. That was a single right. This is a straight through. We are on the hunt for a double right. They will find it sooner or later. But appreciate this Mercedes. Early signal. What did we just see in the roadway? It said this lane's going to merge. So I need to get out of this. Left turning signal on, and we are scooting over. But until we find that double right, let's talk about the double right. So for example, I-4 Lee Road, you're exiting eastbound, you're trying to go west, you're exiting westbound, trying to go west on Lee Road. There are 3 right turning lanes there, guys, 3. In that intersection, there is no sign that says right from right lane only, or no sign that says no right on red. So you would be able to make a right on red legally from that from those travel lanes, as long as you did it safely and followed the rules, coming to a complete stop, yielding right of way to anybody, paying attention to the lanes aside, and maintaining your lane. I say maintaining your lane because here we're going to make a double left here, so 2 left turn lanes. The key to a successful double left, well, we ain't making this one because I'm not running a red light with you guys right here. So what is a contributing cause of crashes when you're making turns? You would think, well, it shouldn't be that hard. And it shouldn't. But when I'm in the far left turning lane, far left one, so the left turning lane is what I like to call it. And then the one next to me here is the right left turning lane. You have to say it and listen to that clearly. The right left turning lane, okay? In order for this to be successful, you need to maintain your lane while you are actively negotiating that left turn. So what do I mean? To left, as you're turning, you are doing it together, and you're not sliding over because maybe you want to get somewhere. Like, for example, here, I'm about to make a left on Dodd Road from Redbug Lake Road. If I wanted to get into Oak Park Community and I'm in this left turning lane, that could be a problem. So if I know where I'm trying to go, I would want to be in the right left turning lane because I'm making a right into that community. Me being here in the left turning lane, wanting to make a right into that community that's right there, could be a problem. because the vehicle next to me is going to be right there. Let's show it. So as we negotiate together. I stay in the lane. If I need to get into Oak Park, that's my problem. That's not someone else's problem. I should have been in the right left turning lane. All right? So there is a lot of preparation that does come with driving. You should not just be coming out here and winging it. Winging it under any circumstance is probably the worst way to do things. So let's make a U-turn here. We'll make a U-turn. That's a good driver in that Tacoma right there. When cars can dance with each other, I use crazy terminology, but when they dance, it's like an orchestra out here, and you see movements, and the other drivers doing smooth, and you're doing smooth, and you might be trying to negotiate around each other, but there's no stress. Everyone's paying attention. They have an understanding of what's happening. It is a smooth dance, orchestrated dance out on the road. All right, so now we're going to make a right on Redbug from Dot. We're going to head east. I stop. Lights go. Lights green. Let's go, baby. So we're going to make that right, and I'm staying in the right. I'm not sliding over that way. We're not going to do it, but you want to stay in the right. If you're making a right on red, you got to treat it as a stop sign. You have to look for signs. Make sure everything's okay so that you are doing it safely. Something to keep in mind. See the bike lane here? Who yields to who? Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Here we go. Who yields to who? If I need to make a right here to go to the Burger King, and there's a bicycle in that lane, do they stop for me or do I stop for them? 3, 2, 1. Believe it or not, you have to stop. So you're required. You got side view mirrors. You have to look. There might be a bicycle there. So you have to be careful. Makes sense, right? Got to make sense. That's a lane. It's not a path. And if you're keeping up with some of our streams, we have a lot of terminology that we stay in the loop with in order for us to kind of understand what's going. I am trying to make sure all my plugs are tight because things are flashing in here. It's stressing me out. So real quick, if you're joining us this morning, we're going to recap the past 13 minutes, all right? If you're just joining us, good morning. I'm Trooper Steve. We're talking about proper right turns, okay, or turning on a multi-lane, this is so difficult, multiple turn lanes in the same direction. We'll say that. So when you're driving, turning signals are not a suggestion. They are mandatory. If I wanted to get into the right travel lane over here, I would indicate, turning signal, I would come on over. I want to make a right turn on Tuscaloosa. I'm going to maintain a turning signal. I'm going to come up, lights red. We're cruising, but what are we doing? We're staying in the far right here. It's a merge. We're paying attention to what's not directly in front of us, but what is out in front of us. Turning signal, and I'm back out. Okay, if there was a double right in that area, would I be able to make the right turn from the outside or inside turning lane? I absolutely would be able to, as long as there were no signs indicating right from right lane only, or no right from left lane. You have to be observant and you have to be aware of the different traffic signals that are out there. Would you be able to do it on a multiple left turn? No, you would not, because what would happen is you'd be violating the law. You'd be violating the traffic signal. You're not allowed to make a left on red unless you're on a one-way to a one-way, and then that would only be a single right on red, single left on red. Can you tell I'm just as scatterbrained as maybe some of you are right now? So I hope it explains a little bit. I tried to break it down. It's really difficult when you can't find certain roadways, but understanding that don't let multiple lanes be a confusion for you. As long as you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and following the law, coming to a complete stop, signaling, maintaining the turn, by not shifting lanes within the intersection. It's not something you want to do because you're going to cause a crash and you are going to be liable for that. looking right away, staying to the far right. Huge key factors in order to maintain a safe distance from other vehicles and so you don't get into a crash. So if you got a question, you want me to answer it, you want me to show you what's going on, hit me up. Ask Trooper Steve at WKMG.com, or you can email my work email at smontiero, MONTIERO at WKMG.com, or hit us up on clickorlando.com/on patrol or Ask Trooper Steve. There's a box there, you can submit it. Our team gets me the questions that are there, constantly updating. But Ask Trooper Steve, the email, is probably the fastest and easy way to either suggest Trooper Steve on patrols or Ask Trooper Steve's when we do twice a week. So super easy today. Just needed to get this out there, make sure it was crystal clear for some of you guys. Just always look for the extra signage that indicates sometimes a single right turn within a multiple right turn lane area, because sometimes they will only allow you to do it from the far right lane, but 90% of the time you are authorized to do it from any of the turn lanes, right turn lanes, as long as you are individually doing what you're supposed to do. So whether you're in the far left, the center, or the right turn lane, make a complete stop, yielding right of way, looking both ways, making sure that you're not violating anybody else and that you're not going to get into a crash. So guys, stay warm, please. Stay mindful, stay safe. I don't want any crashes today. The snow has caused enough pandemonium up in the panhandle. Thank goodness we are not seeing that here in Central Florida. And Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos has already debunked some of the videos that we have seen here in Central Florida that we did not see snow. We did not see flurries. So just take it easy and don't lose your mind. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll chat later.